Hi, family. Last month, I started working with my first wealth builder, Melissa Gemma. And now, this month, it's your turn to activate your own money mindset makeover. If you missed Melissa's episode, head over to my YouTube channel and watch episode 19. And while you're there, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. So, like I said, this month I am challenging you to start your own 12-month makeover and become a wealth builder over the next 12 months. What I love most is that this episode was actually inspired by your questions. After seeing Melissa's episode, I got questions from several of you asking how you could start your own journey and follow along with Melissa. Well, this month's episode is your answer. Now, if you are expecting another budgeting challenge, you would be wrong. This is a complete money mindset makeover. And just to remind you of Melissa's story, she approached me wanting help with her finances. Now, I want you to keep this in mind. People come up to me all the time wanting help, but few are ready to do what Melissa's doing. She was sick and tired of being sick and tired of being broke. And she admitted that she couldn't do it on her own. She told me that she was tired of being broke by association. She was ready to change her money identity. Her very first assignment was to read Break Up with Broke, my ebook. The link is in my bio if you haven't already read it. And with that, her journey began. I will tell you that this journey has already started to flip her financial life and replace her poor money habits with wealthy money habits. My team created a 12-month curriculum for Melissa. It was broken down into two six-month segments that I'll be sharing with you so that you can start your own journey. So grab a pen and get ready for your money mindset makeover journey. For the month of August, you're going to face your financial reality. We've all heard the saying, the truth will set you free. So, step one, stop avoiding your finances. I know this is the hard part, but ignoring your poor money habits and deficit spending will keep you broke. Awareness is an important step, but it's only the beginning step to real change. It's not the breakthrough. Here's the truth. Awareness alone will not change your financial life. I read a statistic recently that said that 95% of people feel they are self-aware, but only about 10 to 15% actually are. And I think it's because of how Melissa described her situation. People are broke by association. We make ourselves feel good when we focus our awareness on others. It makes you feel good about your own situation, when in reality, your situation is probably worse. But you don't really feel it because a lot of people around you are broke. It's awareness coupled with intentional changes that will change your financial life. It's the action that creates the transformation. Now you ask, why is honesty and awareness so important when building wealth and changing your money habits? It's simple. You can't change what you don't know. Awareness creates ownership. Ownership leads to intentionality. Intentionality leads to consistency. And consistency leads to growth every time, period. Step two, I want you to complete your own financial inventory. How do you do that? Calculate every debt, every asset. And the assets are the things you own, hopefully things that are appreciating in value. Begin establishing your own emergency reserves in your 5K account. Start by saving $13 a day. Then I want you to make a list of monthly spending and identify those needs versus wants. Then you begin to eliminate some of those wants and create a discretionary spending and savings goal. Now, for the month of August, I'm going to be giving you some wealth work. I'm going to do it each month. For August, I want you to read my ebook, Break Up with Broke. Simple. And then complete the financial reality assessment. And you can find that assessment in my Break Up with Broke Gut Check workbook on page 10. This will help you calculate your survival number. And you got this. Now remember, I'm going to be giving you your 6-month curriculum. Now, for the month of September, you will build your financial foundation. How do you do that? First, you've got to give every dollar a job. Remember, money goes where you send it and does what you tell it. A lot of people are so afraid of budgets, they complain that they're too restrictive. However, it's the opposite when you learn how to budget properly. It creates freedom. It allows you to spend without guilt, and it keeps you from spending money you don't have. A true budget is a plan for the money you have left after you've paid the necessities, your rent, your mortgage, utilities, car payments, etc. Otherwise, all you have is a spending list. Next, I want you to build your own money system, or sometimes I call it a money ritual. Find a budgeting app that works for you, set it up, be diligent about using it. Track all of your spending and compare it to the budget daily, weekly, and monthly. Use the cash and carry system when making purchases. Learn how to leave that debit and credit card at home. This will help you eliminate that impulse buying. Now, I warn you, people will look at you funny when you pay cash for things these days. My husband and I get it all the time. We went out for dinner just this past weekend, and my husband always prefers to pay cash. And the young lady that helped us was visibly thrown off because very few people pay cash anymore. And I personally believe that's one of the reasons that household debt continues to rise in this country. When setting your budget, make sure and set up categories and limits for all of the different areas. Make your money accountable before it ever hits your bank account. Give it a job before you put it to work. Now, know there's always homework. I want you to create follow a budget for 30 consecutive days and share with me in the comments how you did. In October, you will learn to master your money. Did you know that you can cut expenses without feeling deprived? Here's how. Get out your credit card and bank statements and find unnecessary spending. Melissa found hundreds in duplicate fees and subscriptions, and 100% of that money went to her 5K Savings Club account. So look for ways to reduce your monthly expenses. If you use Cash App, let the payee pay the transaction fees. The easiest way to stop leaks in your finances is by eliminating fees. DoorDash, Uber, merchant fees for paying with credit cards. For example, my nail salon started charging additional fees if you pay with a debit or credit card. And guess what? I started taking cash. And never, ever put a tip on a credit card. If you don't pay the balance off each month, why on earth would you be financing a tip? Next step, you might find a side hustle, AKA a second job. Maybe you can monetize a hobby, gardening, crafting, fitness coaching, music lessons, candle making, baking, I don't know. Be creative. Turn a skill into an income. Do some bookkeeping, some tutoring, graphic design, photography, writing. The thing about it is if you're good at something, somebody will pay you to help them. Maybe create a weekend or evening income stream. Food delivery, rideshare, driving, pet sitting, house cleaning, babysitting. There's lots of options out there. And listen, you're probably thinking, I don't want to do that, Coach. What will my friends think? My answer to that is, what do your friends think when you're out borrowing money to pay your bills? Don't be too proud to break up with broke. Now, don't forget that each month you're going to have some wealth work. For this month, I want you to set a goal to make $400 of extra cash this month. $100 weekly, either through a side hustle, maybe eliminating some leaks, or maybe a combination of both. I know you can do it. Melissa has proven that it can be done. Now, for the month of November, I want you to look for opportunities to increase your income at your 9 to 5. Can you increase your work hours, maybe work some overtime, maybe pick up a shift? Next, I want you to try to fill that income gap with some weekend income. Maybe find something that you can do over the weekend and get paid. Holidays are a great time to pick up weekend and seasonal work. Specialty work is another great way to pick up extra money. There's a company out there called Free Cash, and they have a huge list of tasks that you can get paid for to do online. So get creative and start looking for extra income. Your wealth work is simple. This month, make a list of 5 ideas or ways you can maximize income and share your ideas with the financial wisdom community. Let's get creative. December, I want you to start saving like a wealth builder. 1, save with purpose. You hear me say it all the time. Give every dollar a job because money does what you tell it and goes where you send it. So I want you to start saving with purpose. And I'm not just talking about your emergency fund, which is certainly your first savings goal, but beyond your emergency reserves, I want you to have those savings dollars that are accumulating for specific goals, buying a house, a car, or gifts, maybe educational. When you take the time to assign a job to your savings dollars, guess what? It drives results, and results create consistency, and consistency creates confidence. All right, let's jump into step 2, and hopefully you've already been working on this and you've reached that first major milestone. Now, we kicked off this year with the 5K Savings Club and the 5 rungs of saving. I need for you to watch episode 13 on my YouTube channel to kind of get a refresher. But here's a quick reminder. 1, I need you to establish a dedicated 5K Savings Club account for transfers in, no transfers out. 2, start saving $13 per day by eliminating splurges and non-essential purchases. 3, use the 6-3-1 windfall rule for unexpected money, where 60% to your 5K, 30% to pay down high-interest credit cards, and then 10% to spend or save as you please. And then next, save from every paycheck. And then finally, treat yourself to saving instead of spending. And if you haven't already done it, read my Break Up with Broke ebook. Now, for your wealth work, I want you to take 75% of the money that is sitting in your account right now and transfer it into your 5K savings account. Yep, do it now. Don't think about it, just do it. And that, my friends, is how you're going to reach your first savings milestone. Now, as you're going through this curriculum, I don't want you to forget that this is a 12-month curriculum broken down into 6-month segments. I'm doing that so that you can follow along with Melissa. She will be starting her second segment, and I want you to be starting along with her as well. So when she starts, I will check back in with you and give you the second half. All right, we're in January, and this is the last assignment for your first 6 months. And January is a great time to reflect on the previous year, reset your intention, and refocus your commitment. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to reflect. I want you to evaluate your transformation. I want you to compare where you started in August when you begin this journey to your December. And then measure your debt reduction, your savings growth, and the most important part, how has your mindset changed? Are you noticing a shift in your money identity, like Melissa, from poor money habits to wealthy money habits? Have you noticed a shift in your household and those around you? The thing about changing your money identity it will have a tremendous impact on how you interact with those around you when it comes to your money. Next, we're going to reset. Now it's time to build your next financial vision. I want you to start a new financial goals. Maybe update your digital financial vision board and set new milestones. Take things to that next level. Now, this is where you get serious. I want you to eliminate those nagging obstacles and poor money habits that have kept you broke. Next, build an action plan for the coming year. Go back and watch some of my episodes to get resources that will help you. And I want you to commit to lifelong wealth building habits and thinking so that you can break up with broke for good. I want the future you to be unrecognizable to the current you. As a matter of fact, that's your homework for January. I want you to write a letter to your future wealthier self and describe the financial life you're creating with intent. If you're comfortable, share the new you with the financial wisdom community. You might just be a motivator for the next wealth builder. You're probably thinking, wow, you had a lot of wealth work this month. But I want to wrap it all up for you, because becoming a wealth builder isn't about making that one perfect financial decision. It's about making hundreds of intentional decisions over time. Melissa proved that ordinary people can create extraordinary financial change when they commit to the process. If she can do it, so can you. So join her in our 12-month Money Mindset Makeover Challenge today. Download your copy of my ebook and the workbook that goes along with it. And as always, don't forget to like this episode, subscribe, share, and set your notifications so that you don't miss my upcoming episodes. And of course, you can follow me across all social media. Let's build wealth together, one month at a time.